When I call your name, I just want you to stand up so everybody can see you. George Ralph.
Hey, George. Hey.
He's older. Oh, no, you overlook my age. Never mind.
It's because of George that we've got this pavilion, and we got the free use of the farm, animals down here and everything. George works out here. Okay, the other people that had to do with this are Nancy. Where's Nancy? Nancy, Sharon, Ruth, where is Ruth?
Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris. Make him blush.
Don? Where's Don? Don Chambers.
Right here.
Okay, he's the guy, he's responsible for bringing that hot dog grill and all that. Thanks, Don.
All right.
Faye, where's Faye? She had to do with the signs. Where's Faye? Courtney, you talked to Mike, if I got that right. Courtney, did you work on some signs? Good girl. Jan Suko, oh, here she is. She was the sign-in lady.
Yay, signing lady.
Melissa, where's Melissa?
She went to the bathroom. She's president for next year, right? Yeah. She went to the bathroom.
She's taking care of the children's games. And, okay. Let me talk a little bit about the table, the ancestry table that's over there by the pictures. There's a sign-in book. There's some things on there that everybody might want to look at because you might want to sign up and have some of those things for yourself. Ruth arranged it, so she's got samples there to show you what you can have and what you can buy. But you don't do it through Ruth, you do it through yourself. And the DVDs that are over there are DVDs that were taken from 16mm movies by John Westfall Jr. That'd be Dave and Phil's and Gretchen. Is Gretchen here?
Not yet.
Not yet? Their dad, John Westfall, he took 16mm pictures back in the 1930s. I was only about 30 inches tall at the time, so all the people you see on there are your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, your cousins, your uncles, and so forth. The DVDs are 2.5 hours long.
3 hours and 20 minutes.
3 hours and 20 minutes.
And that's just the John Westfall.
It's just the John Westfall movies. There's one other segment on there that I did in 1983 of my mom and dad. It was more or less to get an idea of what their family was like, because my mom was from North Dakota and a different family altogether. So you might want to sit through there because my dad talks about the Stewarts, the Dietrichs, all the rest of the 8 kids. He talks about them growing up. That also is 2 hours long. So if you want to take each family, I brought 25 of those things, so if there's enough for 25 families. So when you get a chance, go by the table, pick up a DVD if you want, and watch it. roughly 30 men from the family that served in the military. I'm going to name them off. I can't tell you where they served because I don't have all that information. From the Succo family, there was Christopher, Uncle Bill Succo, Uncle John Welch, Jim Succo, Bill Schmidt. From the Lucases, we had Uncle Don, served in World War I, Don Jr., Ray Milburn Jr., Sr., and Ray Milburn III. From the Westfall family, we had John, Bob Westfall, and Dave. Dave was in the Air Force. The Dietrich family was not represented here because there's only one, perhaps two of those left in the world. They're not represented. There was Richard, Harry, Ralph, and Lawrence. And then the Stewarts, which is by far the largest group. There was Jack Sr., he was in the First World War. There was Walt, Bruce Powell, George Ralph, Jim Powell, Kelly Jagers, Chuck Lloyd. George Ralph Sr. was as far as I know, was not in the service, but he was at Detroit Police. And then from the other part of the Succo family, the Kilos, there was Uncle Bill Succo. He was an ambulance driver in World War I. And the O'Brien family that I haven't seen yet, Les O'Brien. And now we've got, I'll tell you about the law enforcement people that we've got in the family. And if you want to stand when I call your name, and everybody will clap for you. There's George right here, George Ralph. Gordon, where's Gordon? You got Judy Schmidt. Where's Judy Schmidt? And Kurt Craig. I don't know if I missed anybody or not, but that's all the information I got. I'll put one little note in for George Ralph, George's dad. And the only reason I bring this up is not in reference to other people, but is to that man. Because I have his DD-214. I know where he fought. I know the decorations he got, and he was quite a guy. He was an infantryman in the 180th Infantry Division, and he had 2 Purple Hearts, Bronze Star, and the infantryman's badge, combat infantryman's badge. Anything about the table? Oh, here's Melissa. She's taking care of the table. Now, for the younger group that you're wondering, well, how do I connect with the Succos? It's not my name, it's not my dad's name, anything else. I'll tell you how you did it. This family is the Succo immigrant family that came over from Germany. This family is the Hoffman family that came over from Germany. This lady was Minnie Hoffman. This guy was Christian Succo. They're the immigrants. The younger, the Succo family lived in Albany, New York, as immigrants. This guy died when he was 48. The mother died when she was 47. left 5 kids to be raised. When our grandfather, this guy, was 16, he hopped on a train, took off for Detroit from Albany. Married my grandmother. She became a Suko. And this is them right here at the top. Christian and Wilhelmina Suko. They had 8 kids across the top of the chart. And Bess first married a Westfall. He died after 2 years of marriage. She married a Lucas, John Lucas. So that's where all you Lucases came from. And there were the Westfalls. And Ann Westfall married John Westfall. And that's where the Westfall family came from. Then there was the Dietrich family. After they had 6 kids, he died. Young. Uncle Bill and Aunt Louise, we've got only one representative from that family here. They both died fairly young. They had only one child. Lois Suko, she passed away. Then there's the Stewarts. Seems like the Stewarts reproduced kind of heavily. Then there were the O'Briens. They were kind of next in line as far as reproduction is concerned.
Yeah, they were.
They had 8 kids. And I don't see any of them here this morning, although we were promised that they'd be here. Then there's my family. And we didn't have too many. I don't know why. And Mark and Uncle John didn't have any children. So, the DNA, if you scratch my arm and check the DNA, almost all of you, with the exception, of course, of the ones that were married to certain families, the 8 families across here, we're all connected. We're all cousins, we're all family. Anybody got any questions about that?
Could you go over that again?
Who said that? Should I have guessed? So, Ruth, did I cover the ancestry table or not?
Yeah,
You want to say a few words about that?
Do I need the microphone? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I would just like to say that if you want to send me pictures, email me. My email address is up there. Or just sign that pad of paper up there and just say I want a tree, or I'm going to send you pictures or whatever. And I will add them into my ancestry tree. And then from that, and if you see a picture on the trees that I made, I laminated, I took a family tree of each of the families, like my grandparents, 4 children. I did their families. So I think I went down as far as you guys. But if you want that tree, or you want anything, say, Stacy, if you said I want a tree of my family only, I can do that. But if you don't like the pictures that you see there, send me another picture and I can put a different picture there for you. And, or if you have wedding pictures that you like, if you look at the books up there, you can order those books. One says sample book. I did that book for a family reunion on my mom's side. You can order those books. They're really nice. They're hardbound. They're made with nice paper. You can put any pictures in there that you want. Of course, the more pages you add, the more expensive it gets. But I can send you that book, and you can order it yourself if you want. Or I can send you family trees, and you can print or order it yourself. So feel free to send me pictures, any kind of pictures, marriage pictures, family pictures. I can crop heads out and use it as a primary photo picture. And we've got 2 computers up there that I think are running those DVDs, and they really are. I just glanced at some of them. They're really nice. I mean, you don't want to sit there for 2.5 hours, but